Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to continue on with some Dawntrail. Last time I believe we met the rebel forces and Aaronville's mother, who is not a robotic thing. I think her name was Kakiwa? Yeah, Kakiwa. I got to see her be all enthusiastic and making Aaronville embarrassed, which was fun. And we also got to see some like hunter use that same technology that Zariljaw, or what I think that was his name, Zariljaw used to come back to life. And we got some more information on those, which that was allowed because of the like things that they have on their heads, their brain slugs. This time, we're gonna, I don't remember what we were gonna do next, but clearly Graha's thinking about something very intently, so maybe we'll be able to, we'll see what we're doing. Go and talk to Kakiwa and get started. Embracing oblivion. Well, how about no? Kakiwa regards you with concerned curiosity. I trust you've... Oh, right, she has just a super enthusiastic voice that I wanted to try and mimic. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's so shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed with myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all, but for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. I do not have a super enthusiastic voice, so it's gonna be difficult for me to try and do that at this rate. There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. Okay, well, Clement, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you want to discuss, but apparently it's more important than usual. Let's see, let's double check on ether currents. I don't think there's any we can get right here. Yeah, west, it's pretty far over. The closest one is probably, I think I guessed that it was going to be on top of the wall here, which is why I didn't bother getting it. I know when I walked over here, I had to run from this area. So, and then it said that there was one that was like 330 yalms to the south. It was either at the bottom of the wall or right at the top of the wall. Either way, let's go and talk to everyone and continue on. 'Tis well that we could see firsthand how regulators are used, to draw upon even the souls of fiends. I shudder to imagine how Zariljaw could become. Oh yeah, that's for sure. What does Lama T wish to discuss, I wonder? To think that everyone has lived here for 30 years, long enough to become accustomed to the way of life. I understand the argument that we should keep an open mind, if this practice is integral to their culture, but every fiber of my being rails against it. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolol and Alexandria. And while Zariljaw knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower. Everkeep. I thought it was AWS, but okay. That's where they keep the cloud, right? So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kakiwa and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. I mean, that's what we were going to do anyway, right? Work with Kakiwa's people and learn about the enemy. Like, that's kind of like, I thought that was a given that that's what we were going to do. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. Ah, okay. That's why we're embracing Oblivion. Okay. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust. But the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zariljaw. Sphene, too, claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? Because she doesn't quite trust Sphene, and I think that's probably a good decision. It's simple, really. Their leader is Aaronville's mother. Well, okay, that's actually a pretty good reason. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There is a greater risk in working with her, and for this reason, to take her at her word. Another good point. A fair point. And knowing Zariljaw, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree any help we can get would be welcome. Any help? What if Xenos just magically appears? Hold on. There's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Good point. Then again, Aaronville, you've seen how she acts. You can vouch for that, right? Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolol. He makes a good point, but at the same time, it's Kakiwa. As you say, we have no proof it is really Kakiwa. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zeralja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Aaronville. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, then we'll deal with it when it's sprung. I trust you as well. Nah, we'll deal with the trap when we get there, if it is a trap. That's always the way. That's always the way of it with you. Fine. If you're set on this, I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Gotta play the intense, amazing music. Oh, we actually gonna walk inside? Yup. Okay, and now I can actually mount up, so let's do that. I'm glad to finally be playing it, because I took last week off, and like I wanted to, but like I really didn't think I should, because of my hand. But now it feels much, much better, so I'm glad I took that week off. Alright, Kakiwa, I'm home. I mean, what? Aaronville's home. You know. Okay, there's a lot of people to talk to. Well, while I'm all for dealing with Zeralja, we need to consider how our actions may affect ordinary Alexandrians. They're not the enemy, after all. I agree with Woklamot. It's a gamble regardless of whether or not we choose to work with the people here, and more knowledge is better than less. The vow of resolve is possessed of conviction and flexibility both. If the tales are true, she learned much in the course of the Rite of Succession. Oh right, he wasn't there, that's right. With the resources at her disposal, I'm hopeful that Kakiwa and her people will make great allies. I'm unaccustomed to seeing her make decisions like a ruler. Better that than her former vacillating self, though. A geode. Geode and nostalgia? These are weird names, but okay. You understand how regulators work now, I trust. It's one of these things that's best seen in action. I mean, we saw it in action before. The wildlife can be very dangerous out there. You need to take care if you don't wear a regulator. But don't worry, I think it's the wildlife that needs to take care if I'm around. Oh, hello again. Kakiwa, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zeralja. The face. But I thought he was your brother. I mean, he certainly doesn't consider her his sister, that's for sure. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? I mean, he just killed his biological father, so like, I don't think he's really in the family anymore. My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zoraljah. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I've realized this is sudden. That it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While you've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust us? Oh, how could we not trust you? That makes a lot more sense. Besides, how could we not trust you? Aaronville's here. My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Poor Aaronville. Then it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kakiwa. Everyone. Together we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoraljah's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides in the uppermost level, of course he does. But while Queen Sveen has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the Queen. Well, that sounds like a good opportunity. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoraljah will eventually march on Tuliolol again. That's when we can go after him. That seems a little too late. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Yeah, that's about right. Innocence would be put in harm's way. That's also what I was thinking. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. That does not sound like him, though. No, he'll take the field. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliolol. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Koana, who bested him in the right of succession. That sounds like a pretty easy feat to me, but okay. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. How exactly? Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in confrontation. Ah, then he's gonna get impatient. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Koana instead. He'll attack Tuliolol again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolol requires that Zeralja lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to repair their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Ishola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zeralja to move, you'd do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside the tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. That sounds, convenient, but okay. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. Can't we just ask Sphene to let us in? Ah, about that. Yeah, that's right. She literally said that she could just get us in there. Ah, about that. Sphene said that she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she could register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? Okay, Rockhead. After all, names are good to know when working together. I mean, okay. We didn't forget all of them. Alright, let's talk to everyone again. Between making new friends and entering the tower, I can't help but feel a little excited. Elsa, you might even get a chance to fight. Of course you're gonna get excited. Is it just me, or are Erinville and Kakiwa a complete opposite in personality? Yeah, I noticed that. The intelligence that Kakiwa and her people possess will be very useful in our efforts. If this isn't their main headquarters, I can't imagine what the actual place is like. It's eerie hearing my mother's voice come from that peculiar machine. Understandable. If Kakiwa trusts you, then so do we. Nice to meet you. You can say something a little bit more Wakaiwi, or whatever your name is. Wayakwi, whatever. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Rockhead? While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wayakwi, that I practiced before. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. By the way, I know all these are supposed to have like American accents, like slightly southern twang to them, but I'm not gonna. I know I tried to do that in Shalana because it was like Wild West, but no, I'm not gonna do it as much for these people. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. I mean, I already have an American accent, so I guess it's appropriate. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wayakwi and Ton is a Tonwatan name, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, I was thinking of that too. That's right. Our mother is Tuliolon, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Kryl, is that really necessary? Thank you, though I have no memory of my mother. I'd like to think I carry a part of her with me. So what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Yeah, I thought that's where this was going. Ambrose was his name, and years ago, he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to hope that he'd be released. But when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. Uh-oh. We had already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten him now. Everybody who had known him. That bastard! Even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. It's pretty dark outside, you didn't really do that much more. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. I think you're the only one here, but okay. Although she does seem like abnormally confident now after like the last couple of quests. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while my name is Tanawatan name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. Right, 'cause they were born in here. It's my dream to go and see it with my own eyes. Our mother's homeland. Yeah, it's a whole lot of dust, but okay. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, well I can agree with that, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet the others in the back room. The back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts. All. That's a weird way to phrase that, but okay. Why don't you say they all have good hearts? He's gonna call them Arnold's original name. Oh, Elenshvi. I don't know how to say it. One last thing. It isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Kukiwa. She talks about you so much. It's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go for now. Let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. I get some cake. Let's see, it's healing food. I'm never gonna use that. Oh, another? Meanwhile, in Everkeep. Oh, there's the servers. It really is AWS. Okay, we see Sveen that's Zeralja? Yeah, I think that's Zeralja with his getup.
You've been consorting with Wook Lamont.
Yeah.
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me.
What a great guy.
Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Okay, so she still needs his power to hold something back.
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin. I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path.
No.
I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I think he wants to, though.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment.
Jeez, dude.
Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse.
This guy.
Uklamat and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
That's right, when we did the flashback, not the flashback.
They are still
The
your
last
siblings,
feed.
even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
He cares about literally no one except himself.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family.
Jeez, dude.
If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason.
Jeez, dude, this guy's so awful.
Uklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
This guy just, like, wants to kill everyone. It's like that's literally his only motive. He's in, I mean, it's his inferiority complex. He was inferior to his father, and then he wanted to prove himself, but then his father was weak, so now he's trying to find other ways to prove himself. Which involves slaughtering everything Oklamat loves. Okay, let me double check with the quests. Obviously, I just got to level 98. Okay, so level 98... I think I got warrior to 98 already, so... No, 97. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll worry about that once we actually, like... There's going to be a dungeon eventually. Yeah, but it's not for a while. So... Oh, actually, that's level 99. So, I'm not going to worry about that. Looks like the next one we're going to get into AWS. I mean, Solution 9. Let's go ahead and talk to everyone and check if they have anything different. At long last, we're entering the tower. Not that I'm excited or anything. Not unduly. Graha, please. Nostalgia and Wakawi remind me of Alphinote and myself. Similar, but so different. We should chat sometime. Trade twin tales. I don't think Alphinote would care about that. It takes no small amount of courage to oppose Zoralja and his army. The members of Oblivion must be driven indeed. By the way, you'll want to watch yourselves around the mechanical soldiers roaming outside. They're malfunctioning and may attack. Unprovoked. That does not sound like a... Oh, he means the enemies outside. Okay. They say the sky outside the barrier is truly beautiful. I'd love to see it one day. My sister is something of an introvert, so I take it on myself to watch over her. Ah, that's the introvert she's adopted. A true extrovert. By the same token, though, she's extremely cautious and observant. That makes her great at reconnaissance. 12 help her if she's mentioned anything embarrassing. Poor Aaronville. Solution 9. What about Solution 8? And 7, and 6, and 5. I'm sure we'll learn about those later. Wooklamot is eager to head to Everkeep. Actually, yeah, we probably will. Those are probably the things that they, Have there been 8 calamities? Anyway, we'll get to that eventually. Wooklamot is eager to head to Everkeep. Right, Kakiwa is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Alright, let's head on out. And infiltrate AWS. Maybe we can get into the server rooms. Maybe I can get some free EC2 instances. I mean, what? It's actually pretty funny, because this was recorded around when Google had their most recent incident, where, like, all the Google Cloud servers weren't working. So it's pretty funny that we're going into a place, and I'm jokingly calling AWS, where they host the cloud, and then we're gonna probably mess up the cloud. Oops. I'll never get used to that. Okay, so the tower, let's go ahead and check the Aether Current, although it's probably just, yeah, southwest. Because there's probably one up here, like I mentioned earlier, but we can't get it yet. Yeah, it looks just like AWS. I mean, what? Just as ominous. Oh, there's Kakiwa and a mechanical sentry. Now, why don't they just detain her if they know that she's like the leader of like the rebel army? I mean, I know it's just a robot, so I guess it doesn't matter. The core system is presently updating registered user data. Okay, well, yeah, we'll have to wait till that finishes. Of course they're doing updates. I thought they ran mostly Linux, not Windows. Why are they doing updates? Ah, there you are. If Queen Sphene has registered you as guests, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, well, then you'll die. Then you may have a swarm of Zeralcha's minions to deal with. Well, that'll be fine. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass, if you'd be so kind. Ouch, why is they're like unnaturally still. Outrunner guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Oh, did she forget to give us IAM credentials? Those are always a pain to figure out. She forgot to give us the entrance permission. Credentials verified. Welcome guests of Queen Sphene. What relief. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Nice, now I can see the ERP benches. I mean, what? I forget, I think there was some reason I wanted to get here for, like, crafting and stuff. Oh, no, I wanted to get to the next zone so that I could, like, get some more the rest of the gathering stuff, and then I would be able to finish off the Dawntrail leaves. I mean, I could just buy the stuff, but I'd rather just gather it myself.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds.
Reminds me of Almirad a bit.
The 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And Did it prove the answer they sought?
Zactral, Solution 9.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Doesn't everything do that?
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrobe, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's Dominion, do you not?
I mean, yeah, but should you really be saying that in the middle of in public like this? You had me at explore. We do need to better understand who and what we're dealing with. Yeah, let's go with that.
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
He just wants to
Try
geek
not
out.
to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
They really wanted to explore.
I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
That's right, that's why that's the real reason she's here.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
You know, just the end of the universe. Oh, actually, Ravenville didn't.
You might say that. For instance,
Oh, right.
we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Elnashpir, why didn't you mention this sooner?
Wasn't that his mission from her?
You want to explore together?
Oh, come on, are you asking me out? Didn't I tell your father
It's
that I'm not
that
dating?
I'm
We're not
scared or
dating?
Anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
I thought I made it very clear that we're not dating, okay? But let me make it clear, this is not a date. Okay, well, come on, you got that? Okay, I gotta... Oh, this place is bigger than I thought it was. I mean, I guess they want to make it at least decently big. Because, the government sector. We probably don't want to go to that area. So what's this gonna be? Oh, sites? Sightseeing? I don't know, I'll look that up eventually. And then this is probably some crafting stuff. Oh, this is probably a script vendor or something like that. Especially since they're level 90, they're probably like sightseeing points. I already got the sightseeing point quest. Anyway, again, I'll figure that out later. Let's talk to Book of Lamont and continue on with the story. Towers inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Well, can't we just look at the map? What map? Nothing. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this Aethernet shard. It's not an Aetherite shard. I'll try and grab the ones that we get close to. You can't mount up here, right? Yeah. Let's sprint on our way. There's a big Aethernet shard up in the middle there. Oh, right, duh. Of course there's a one, you can just teleport directly there. This is gonna be like the other secondary towns that they have. I'm thinking mainly of like Idleshire, but that's like much smaller than this. Make sure to attune to this, of course. As I always say, I've forgotten once, I'm gonna make sure I don't forget again. Forecast terminal. It's not a person, it's a terminal. Because usually there's somebody studying the weather vane and stuff to tell you when your fish are up. Ah, a crossroads already. This place is too much. I've no idea where I should go. Right, I've just made up my mind. Welcome on, please. Let's head to that building there. Okay. Let's head to that building there. And that was a quick quest. Go ahead and do the next one as well. I think that'll actually wrap up this section. I think this will be like the level 90s, last level 97 quest. Right? Yeah, so the next one is the last level 97 quest. We'll definitely do that today. I can understand why she's daunted by this, though. Or intimidated, whatever word it should be.
Ah, there you are, Lamati.
Still think your dress is really pretty.
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Is she actually decently tall? I mean, obviously, Wickelmot and I are tall, so...
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one.
But she can ask if we want strawberry or vanilla ice cream. I personally want chocolate, though.
I want you to make peace with Zeralda.
No!
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
She wants to protect her people.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods.
So why can't we just kill him?
As it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste.
Now, she has ulterior motives here. My guess is that...
Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I'm guessing that he stopped some, like, calamity that was gonna kill all of her people. And, like, stopped some stuff that was, like, killing her people. And they made some sort of sacrifice to do so. And she doesn't want to say what that is. Because she's also ashamed of, like, the decisions she had to make in the past. And by killing Zeralda, it will let whatever force he's holding back come back. You know, like when we killed Zodiark. And then we're gonna have to take care of whatever the real thing is that's, that Zoralja is holding back. I don't know if Zoralja's gonna be the final boss, or if it's gonna be the thing that he's holding back, but in either case, the solution should be, we'll take care of whatever Zoralja is doing. Also, you're severely underestimating my abilities.
I appreciate your concern, but you asked the impossible. Zoralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him.
Yeah, he's still gonna go and kill everyone.
I know you love your people too. And so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well.
But she'd
Let
like
me
have to kill
say
her father or
only
family or
this, then.
something.
Zoralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can.
Now, we're taking the initiative. We're taking it to Zoralja.
It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But, unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulichola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear. I'll be there alongside her. Yeah, that's what you say. I won't yield to this either. Yeah. Don't fear, I'm here.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
I mean, Sphene, you can just come over here.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
There we go, that's a good question.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy.
It's a bit blunt,
So,
but it's the
if
truth.
you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
Plus, Pokemon doesn't know where to go next.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
I mean, that would probably be pretty helpful.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Go and talk to Oklahoma and then Sphene. With Sphene as our guide, we needn't fear getting lost. I mean, I just like, how could I possibly get lost with Pokemon? Alright, Sphene, I'm ready for the Grand Tour. The Queen's Tour, not the Grand Tour, the Queen's Tour. Sphene stands ready to take you on a tour of Solution 9. So I haven't pointed out this music sounds super futuristic, especially compared to everything else we've seen. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. I didn't know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. This is the Aethernet. Now then, seeing as it's right here, I will show you the Nexus arcade first. Oh, I like the sound of that. Please follow me. What are they out at Crazy Taxi Machine? That does look like very much of an arcade. Oh, never mind. There's a car. There's some cars and motorcycles and stuff. Playing the Grand Tour music. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Hold on. What is the literal meaning of arcade? Because obviously, arcade, people refer to arcade as like games and stuff. Let's see. A series of arches supported by columns, but you're not led. A series of arches supported a roofed passage. Okay, I mean, that's the literal definition of arcade, which is what I asked for. But in this case... Ah, there we go. Chiefly British. A building that includes many shops. Okay, that's the definition I was looking for. Amazing! How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. She literally just told you about teleporting, so... Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by I think it was electrope, not electropy. Was it electropy? I don't remember. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. Interesting, okay. In doing so, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. I thought you just got a couple aether currents and you'd be able to fly around. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Well, that sounds interesting. And useful. Can you make a drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? That seems a little bit above Woklamat's thinking capacity, but okay. You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it is possible to alter one's appearance. Oh, so this is the lore for glamour persons? Or for glamour? It's almost scary what you can do with electrope. If such a wondrous material existed in our world, imagine everyone would be fighting over it. Oh, music cut out. And then the side. Looking to the side. Oh, and Wilklemot's gonna get lost. And the music resumes. That shop over there, what does it sell? That's the second or third time we've gotten some hint as to what Sphene and her people did in the past. Yes, let's go take a look. Sphene, what are you not telling us? I dare say you will find it interesting. Is it where they sell the weapons? I think I prefer the script vendor, but okay. Oh, there's a collectible appraiser and... There's a version of her in every single world. I mean, this is what I really wanted. No, I still can't get, okay, I haven't unlocked that yet. I probably gotta talk to her to unlock the vendors here. Canister? What's all this? This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Select an item that interests you. Let's go with the and the liquid pouch seemed the most caught my eye at first. Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. Speaking of thirsty, let's go ahead and take a drink. Hail hydrate. The flavor is sublime. The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty. It stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. That's sus, but okay. Sure, let's go with that. Well, they're all very tempting. I have to go with the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. They all just appear. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Brilliant. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Following Wicklemont's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Veronique. And the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Ah, don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Tastes like water. It's fantastic. It's pretty good. It's interesting. It's pretty good. Haha, it's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tuliol first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Right. Ah, right. What about you, Sphene? Aren't you going to have something to eat too? She probably doesn't need to eat because she's got like some like immortality thing. I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Huh? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food? She probably can't remember because she's been alive for like thousands of years or something. It's such a difficult question. I'm sorry, it's just when I think about those who labored to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. Right, okay. Sure. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. No, that's not what she meant. Who? Who dis? I mean, I know who it is, but like, I'll just say who dis for now. And he's not actually standing back there, right? No, he's not. Okay. Still zoomed in. My favorite food? That is a question I may never be able to answer. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it'll be educational for you as well. Would you two mind accompanying me? Yeah, no, this is what happens when your Lyft driver decides to do a couple errands on the way. Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. Let's see, is he actually the food vendor? No, he's not. Okay. I was just wondering what kind of homes they have here. Probably like apartments. Ready? Then let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I would be glad to tell you about any places of interest that we come upon. Sphina will come on, I accompany you, keep, yeah. You can leave, come, yeah. Okay. Alright, where's our first circle? Over here? Let's do that. Also, is there any others? No, just over there. Let's head on over. So this is a wonky looking car. What a beauty! Let's see, we've got to head up those stairs, I think. Or, yeah, it's behind there, so let's head up these stairs. There it is. Like we're heading out over to the bar. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Tuliolol, there's a similar settlement called Zabrektir. Zabalyev-Tir. That's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? Maybe it's because of the tile. There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. Oh, okay, that's why his name is Geode. And she's Sphine. Okay, that makes sense. There's a Hewn who resembles the Tonwatan. Okay, yeah, so this is another shard. This is flat out another shard. Because they have different race names that are similar, but they're equivalent. Resembles some Tonwata. The tall and graceful Elida, which is Elizin, and the diminutive and affable Milala. Except apparently they don't have cat people in their lands. Wonder what's gonna happen when they meet Ishtolda. Well, I guess she met Woglamat, so... When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Yeah, I was gonna be like, what are tacos? A traditional Tirali dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it once. So is this supposed to represent Europe? and with Alexandria, and then Tuliolol and the whole what's the Tyrol represents North and South America, and then Alexandria coming and not understanding their cultures and trying to force everything on everyone. I'm pretty. I mean, that would not surprise me if that's the parallel that they're trying to draw with this. Oh, yes, definitely. Sphene, please. You're not being very subtle here. We'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Tuliolol. Right, let's continue on. Alright, where's our next place? Down the way. And looks like we'll make sure to grab... Oh, I forgot to grab the Aetheryte while I was over there. Oh well, we'll grab this one before I do the circle. That one's right next to the big Aetheryte anyway, so it's a lot easier to get to. Oh, they're not Aetherites, they're Aethernet shards. Ah, here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. That's a little dystopian. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building to the left here, at residential radius 914. Residential radius? That's right. Come. The door opens automatically. So where are we headed? Oh, to the left here. Okay. That's what she said. Okay, through this door. Looks like there's a talking point. We'll make sure to hit that. Hey, Sphene, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of our countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. Wokumad, there's a little more to this than that. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see. And what does that machine here do? Ah, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I've no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Well, that's convenient. Anyway, let's head over to this point and see what terrible things she's going to be helping out with here. Probably another death or something. Like we saw with, what was her name? Ukvamot's nanny. Yeah, I forget her name. This is the place. A mother and son live here. Yep, dying child. Or is it dying parent? Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that all right? Of course. Friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please, make yourself at home. Yep, there it is. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis, cannot walk, and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sphene visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages a smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There is nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. Maybe you shouldn't have, like, used lightning in literally everything? It's probably because of the electrope. Like, that's pretty obvious. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. Okay, they know what the cause is, but they don't know how to deal with it because that's their main core of their technology. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically in these past 30 years. Yeah, because a lot of these new people weren't exposed to it as kids, and now they're, like, all being born with the illness. It's all my fault. Sphene? You gonna explain? What was that? Like, Sphene, you gotta explain this at some point. I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time, with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphene. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon. So be a good boy for your mother and me. I don't know how he could be a bad boy considering he's paralyzed. Like, Sphene, you're gonna have to explain all this stuff eventually. I talked to Woklamont and talked to Sphene. I think I might wrap it up there for today. I'll think about, actually, yeah, because this is the last level 70 or 97 quest, so that'd actually be probably a good stopping point, I guess. To think that there was such an illness. Maybe I'll do one more. I'll take a look at what the next title is. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is part of life in Alexandria, and I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milos smile again. Okay, let me check the title of the next quest. It would be nice to get through the full tour, but, her family, skills of blue. Let's see, this is it. Okay, so this next one continues the tour. I think the next one is something different. Yeah, we're gonna do one more quest because that looks like it wraps up the rest of the tour, and then we'll stop there. I think that's what she said before. Her people, her family. Having recomposed herself, Sphene is ready to continue the tour. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please don't worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by way of Ley Node 9, where the Aetheryte is situated. And they're gonna leave me alone. Alright, let's head out and take that mini Aethernet shard to the main Aethernet. I mean, I could just do 70 gil, but I think I'd rather save that. Let's just hop over this water. Just enough of a jump height. Hop over this one too. And take the Aethernet shard. It's an Aethernet, not an Aetherite. And head up north. Gonna get turned around every time I teleport on an Aetherite. So this is Ley Node 9. Also, this is up to the government sector. I'm not sure if we should really be going this way. Don't tell me we need to use that now. Of course, she's gonna be afraid of it. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. Should we really be going there? The marking on the conveyor indicates its direction, and there is a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Oklamat, please. It's government issue, so of course it's safe. They have standards. Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Brilliant. Right. Oklamat. Sure. Oh, let's take the conveyor. Okay, it is a actual animation. And we do the long walk. Let's go ahead and grab this Aethernet shard while we're here, so we don't have to walk all the way up here next time. Do this long walk again. This reminds me of the long walk when you walk up to the palace in Tuliolol. Thankfully, they put an Aether shard right next to the entrance to the palace, so you didn't really need to worry about it. All right, that's another one down. Talk to Woklamat and Sphene. Nothing to it, eh? A child's amusement ride, right, Woklamat? And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside. This looks so futuristic.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
Yeah, except we were already given an introduction on it.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing.
That's a very good statement.
There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
I don't think she wants to tell you the realm's history. I'm keen to learn too, and then maybe we can come up with a better plan than stay away from Zeralja, because that's a terrible plan. With knowledge comes appreciation. No, I just like to learn Nor.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world.
Oh, this is like light in the first?
According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives.
So they got like super lightning rods.
So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it.
There we go.
Despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity.
And that's what Wuklamot mentioned before.
Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others.
And why exactly is there only one nation left?
Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until electrope came to be used in warfare.
There we go!
First,
and this is what
in the
Zeralja liked.
weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge.
Sounds like the Contra Memoria.
As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblum committed its stores of electrope to the production of
You said they were fighting over light? I forget.
They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
There's definitely no parallels to certain weapons in our world. Nope, definitely not.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
And put to mind the flood, yeah, just like the flood of darkness. Yeah, I was thinking more like the flood of darkness. But yeah, an umbral calamity would make more sense. So these two make more sense than the flood of light. Because this is more like the Contra Memoria engulfing the world in darkness than engulfing the world in light. I guess they would actually be more like light because that's a certain aspect. Whereas darkness is the light, I mean, technically this is a lot more like an umbral calamity. That's the real thing.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too.
Exactly,
sometime.
Sphene. We can help you with your problem.
But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel specter of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research,
They developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Yeah, sounds like we could really help with this. We have experience in 2 different shards with this, exactly this kind of thing.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
Did you do your work?
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I know that's the name of the raids, I think.
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live.
Why do you need more souls? Like, are you going to be in danger?
I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Interesting. She is a good leader, but clearly she's done some stuff in the past.
Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9.
Yeah.
I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
She is a good leader, but clearly she has something in the past that's weighing her down. Also, there's text on her back and the emblem on her chest.
Let's keep moving, shall we?
And that's gonna have something to do with the burden she carries, or some metaphor like that.
Right. I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws.
Just a couple.
For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Also very interesting. Hadn't thought about that.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
That's slightly extreme.
No.
And too abrupt.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamulja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zoralja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things.
I don't think she wants to do that.
Restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
I don't think she wants to make all the decisions.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
Time for the police to come and stop us. There we go. Don't do it.
What is it?
Actually,
Of course, the police walk by right when she's gonna
import.
confide in us.
Well, it was lovely showing you around.
She needs to come up with some way to tell us, because clearly she clearly wants our help
So much for
and
the
to work
tour.
with us. And yeah, my
We
character's
learned
like,
not only about your realm, but you as well.
my character understands like, oh
Now,
yeah.
Our priority is Zoralja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
I think she really wants to confide in us, but she can't because the cops are around.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Val Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. And of course it shows her back there. We'll learn what that is eventually. Okay, I'm glad we did that. That actually is a pretty good stopping point. Okay, let's talk to Wuklamat, and it looks like we got a tiny bit more to do. What was Sphene wanting to tell us? I wonder. Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now, and should probably go back to Kakiwa's meeting point. That'll be back the way we came, I think. Alright, let's head on back. Meet up with everyone. Oh, we didn't get to go to the recreation zone. I guess that's what we'll do next time. Yeah, because it looks like that's we're gonna be heading over to that part. Oh yeah, True View is where they were talking about, right? And then there's the Arcadion. That'll be for later. Alright, there's Wuklamat. Go ahead and talk to her and wrap this up. Hopefully there isn't a whole nother cutscene, because I don't really... I'm getting tired. Sphene genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Alright, looks like we got a weapon coffer. That's cool. Alright, that's gonna be all for today. Go ahead and just use this as a backdrop. We got into Solution 9, and we got the grand tour of the place from the Queen herself. Now, probably not gonna stream tomorrow, but if I do, I'll let you know. Until then, it's gonna be all for today, Until next time, goodbye.